Hey, you two. Let me say since, baby, since we've been together, oh, loving you forever is what I need. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. Ooh. I want to spend my whole life with you. Ooh. That's why I want to live. We want to stay together. Hi, people. Loving you weather. People, I know we're going to burn y'all out with all this Fire Monster talk. And we know we're giving her what she wants. But since she's asking for it, hey, Uncle Tim, just running through to speak while I have service. Plane still about to take off to Vegas for my birthday tomorrow. Oh, okay. So you made it out of town at least. So are you in Atlanta now, Amin Brown? Amin Brown is treating herself to a trip to Vegas for her birthday. She got stuck at the airport for whatever reason, and she's been a lot of time in the airport. So now I assume you say your next stop is Vegas. So you must be in Atlanta now. Is that right? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Y'all go over there and bless Amin Brown tomorrow. Help her pay for that trip, honey. Mm-hmm. I hope you have a wonderful time, Amin Brown. So you went there by yourself. You still gonna have Vegas is the kind of place you don't need nobody, honey. It's amazing when you go to Vegas and you're at the tables, you don't want to be bothering no other people. Come on, Mom. Come on. I want to see the show. I want to see. Wait, just one more minute. Just one more minute. You can have a ball in Vegas. I spent 3 months there when I was 19. I was on my way to LA and got stuck there. I stayed the whole summer. Spent every dime I could get together. So I hope you left your debit card at home, honey. They are good for getting people involved. They canceled my flight that was headed to Dallas. Oh, it's headed to Dallas because of the snowstorm. So you're in, okay. So where are you at now? You're in Dallas? I thought you were going to Atlanta first. Okay, they headed to Dallas because of the snowstorm. Mm-hmm. And you are right. Can't stand to be bothered while I'm at the casino. You don't need no people, baby. You need a win. Mm-hmm. I will hope you have a wonderful time. Make sure you come over here and drop your Cash App tomorrow when your birthday is. Hey, baby. Ain't no shame to come and let the people know. All right. How y'all doing? We gonna talking about swimming in the lady pond today. Now, lesbian ladies, don't be getting all in the uproar or anything like that. I ain't got no problem with lesbians. I love them, right? I love them in the LGBTQ community. Many times the women are in the lead. They do a lot of work for LGBTQ rights, right? So we ain't got no problem with other lesbians. We talking about this group over here because many of us has wondered why with these people. Let me speak for a minute. Hello. Hi, Princess A. I know you're number one as usual. Tiffany Davis. Hey. Tashana. Yeah, we back. We back. We're gonna have to ride this five babe thing. She feel like she's the queen because she's trending, she said. And she says, winning. But let her win. We're gonna let her win for a few days, girl, before they chop her head off. And then when she gets under stress, she's gonna start doxing people and doing evil things to people, right? We already know her routine. But I'm just taken aback by how much these people did not, all of them seems like in Babe Nation, they all deny that they're lesbians. This girl says that the lady, what's her name? I should have wrote all these names down. The lady she was arguing with a couple of days ago. She's saying that that woman is lesbian and she was after her, right? Five Babes say no. No. The lady says Five Babes a lesbian, been chasing her. Five Babes said no. The lady is a lesbian. She been wanting me and lusting after me, sending me presents and gifts and all that. Then it comes down to Leo, and then we can't get her Leo to just say she's a lesbian or not, but it has all the appearances. Now they didn't fell out, and she's calling her all kind of bitches and hoes and all this kind of stuff. So Fire Monster's on here live again, and she's continue. I don't know. She likes to play. She likes to play, at least around sexuality. The Fire Monster. I haven't heard as much talk about lesbianism on any channel on YouTube. That includes Jay Dunn or any of the women who have come on here and been bold enough to be themselves, right? The difference between you and Jay Dunn, she's an out lesbian, and we're starting to think really that you are either bisexual or lesbian yourself. But none of you seem to want to take credit, or responsibility for who you are. Everybody accuses the other woman of being lesbians, yet you're going out there buying $1,000 gifts for each other. She's opening up all these gifts. We didn't find out until this week that she's also sending all these gifts. That's why they're sending. So this is maybe an answer to why these people keep sending her all these gifts, because she's been gifting them as well. Now, we don't know if these were stolen credit cards. We know she's a Chicago hood rat, right? So we don't know where she's getting all this money for her to send gifts. I think she probably re-gifts some of the stuff she gets. She probably re-gifts that and gives it to these other women. Because, how many blouses do you need, girl? How many pair of lingerie outfits do you need, right? She generally puts on these outfits and shows them to the people. So basically, we only see Five Babe in clothes that other people have bought her. So now we're finding out that she's also been buying key people. She's had these relationships on there. So they're paying kind of, it seems like a semi-sexual type game going on over there. Now I'm getting to wonder, girl, is that what they have in common? Is this what makes Babe Nation the nation? Because what else could explain this woman sitting up here in her panties and her underwear every day to talk to a bunch of women? Bunch of women who we strongly suspect are lesbian women. They won't admit it. She won't admit it. Leo won't admit it. Nobody admits it, right? And yet they're still exchanging all these gifts and or trips. She flew across the country to see some woman. She swears the woman is after her and wants to sleep with her and wants to play in the lady pond, right? The lady said, no, it ain't that way. It's the other way. I'm not a lesbian. So nobody claims it, right? So I'm wondering, is this like a closeted a closet group or something? Is this what the people have in common? I don't know. I'm not a woman, honey. But I know that the stories that I've heard from my girlfriends, I don't have those same girlfriends now because I left their life, but they would go into prison and they would have these relationships with women. So I believe that women are more fluid about sexuality, much more fluid than men are, right? So I don't know if these are closet lesbians or just people who are bisexual. Something draws them, something connects them, right? With something like the Fire Monster. You have to wonder, honey. Mm-hmm. You have to wonder. She over there hollering and screaming now. She's making video after video. And then Jay Wilson have the nerve to run his mouth talking about how many videos she's made. This boy that made 4 and 5 videos every day of this month, right? He said he got all his money from last. I could get a thank you because a lot of that coin came from me when she had this disastrous interview with me over there, right? But she's trying to match those numbers. So Jay Wilson is complaining about Five Babe, how many videos she's made lately, how she's making more than usual. He is making 2 and 3 times more than he's ever made, yet he has a full-time job. I don't know. I know this woman done cussed out 2 and 3 more, and now the big mystery is people want to see is QB is going to stand up and be a man in yeah. I'm tired of waiting. Help me, QB. Jesus. They're trying to see if this QB monster is going to come up with the T and fall out with her, and then they can have a good beef. Now, if you want to stay at the same level, the Fight Monster, you want people talking about you, you want 9 videos running about you at the same time, this can't last, honey. Only way it's going to last is you got to throw some fresh meat. So people are saying that fresh meat is going to be the QB monster. He's saying, I love 5Baby, although it seems very weak right now, right? Because this whole thing about her leaving YouTube, this was all about getting rid of him. They had this thing called the YouTube, whatever it's called. When they had the 3 of them there, she didn't want to do it no more, right? And behind his back, she's saying that he can't read. I don't know where they caught on that he can't read or something, because he sure read my goddamn book, 9 chapters, then burned it, honey. Anyway, they're waiting for that boot to fall. They're saying basically, the Fight Monster, you're not that interesting, girl. You ain't that interesting, and them titties are definitely not going to hold our interest. We need something fresh, right? So the people want her to fall out with with QB. He's still holding out. What's going to happen is she's going to make some careless comment somewhere, and that's going to kick it off, right? I don't know nobody else that we want to see you fall out with the Fight Monster. You fell out with that woman. What's that woman's name? The one she fell out with last week. They've been talking about. She didn't have 20 videos made about that woman and her. Tisa. You threw her up under the bus to get content, and you milked that out of, maybe there was 20, 25 videos made about the situation with you and Tisa. She's saying she's not a lesbian. You saying you're not a lesbian. She's saying you wanted her. You saying she, whatever, girl. It got very confusing. Nobody seems to want to confess that they like women, right? Anyway. So we have to see, because he has hung around with her so much. It seems like she doesn't make friends very easily. She's in Chicago for her whole entire life. She was born and raised there, but yet she doesn't have any friends there. All she had is QB. So every time you saw her at an event, you would see her either with QB, or you would see her with her family members. And it appears to me that the family members are pretty much ignoring her. I don't see them crowding around to get on her. Hi, yeah, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm related to the Fight Monster. No, honey. They seem to be ignoring her. So she got QB as her friend, which just means since they high all the time, certainly he is definitely high all the time. I've never seen him not high. That means they've been running him out, right? Do a doobie. Girl, what do you think about her? And they start gossiping, right? They've been high, they've been drinking, they've been together. We've seen him just completely out of control, right? So everything has come out. She's got all his secrets, and he has got all of her secrets, right? We don't know how many men she's been passing that thing. We don't know how much she's been passing that around, but he would certainly know. The QB Monster. QB Monster is as 5Baby confessed to you that she's the closeted lesbian, but I don't know that I would call her a lesbian. I think I would call her a bisexual, right, or a fluid person. And I would suspect that most people, because most women, straight women, they're not going to be that interested in that girl, right? Something draws them over there, and something draws them to give her money and gifts and all this kind of shit, right? And it could be that they're relating to that part of her, but they like to play games. We had example after example of things coming out of her mouth. She just said on this video that Leo was in love with her. Now, how you got somebody who said that who you think is a lesbian telling you that she loves you? You know that you acknowledge that she's in love with you. She said she was sending her perfume and all this kind of stuff, all this so sexy stuff, right? Scented candles. So you know what time it is, right? And then you sending this person who you say is giving you unwanted advances. You're sending her $1,000 computers. $1,000 apparently is nothing when you're sending also cash apps for $400 and $500, right? Now, for recently, I think Leo the Lion has said that she at one point had been a hooker, right? So if you are a hooker, you already know how to work tricks, right? So it would appear that she's just working this woman out of stuff because that's just ingrained in her because that's what she used to do for a living. Get the mark for everything you can get, right? The fire monster fell under that, and now she is resentful. She's resentful and she's getting nasty, right? There's no reason that she would have to, at this point, go after Sean Bradley, right? But she chose, okay, let's slide his ass up under the bus now. Ain't no show. I'm not going to be famous. I ain't going to be no star. So I might as well slide his ass right up under the bus and I can talk shit about him forever because that's where I started. That's where I know him from, right? Beefing with him. So she done started this beef. I don't know if you would say that it was a fake beef because they're actually she's actually going after him, right? Now, here's the weapon that she's not acknowledging as she's doing all this. Sean Bradley has proven himself that he likes to take video of things. These cameras, not only the cameramen, but the phones out and so forth. I would suspect that he has got some very incriminating clips, video footage of her. Perhaps she has her hand on her breast, or she is in a room where she shouldn't be, or there's something that was ignited at one of these events that made her think that Leo was in love with her. Something, things that can be embarrassing to you. And I know from my own experience, he's not above sharing some of that footage if he's not involved in a show. If there ain't gonna be no show, might as well throw it all out there, right? So while she's coming for him, it's going to escalate. If he can't beat her with his mouth, his words, right? If he's not willing to come to the beef sector and box with her, because her mouth is unending. It never stops, right? If he don't want to do that, he's going to have to come with that beautiful bean footage. Roll the beautiful bean footage, right? And it'll give somebody else something else to talk about, right? So they can stretch it out and make it happen, make it work, right? I'm just asking you, girl, listen. Are you romancing lesbians? And is Babe Nation, a large percentage of Babe Nation, also closeted homosexual women or bisexual women, right? It would have that appearance because all of you are claiming that the other person is in love with you, and yet you're not saying that you're lesbian or that you are attracted to them. I don't think I'll be sending nobody $1,000 computer if I did not know what time it was, honey. Mm-hmm. Anyway, how y'all doing? Mm-hmm. Did Alvin Brown say where she was at? I could never stick with a person who disgusting allegations on my name. QB needs to get it together. So I don't know what the situation is, Bonnie. What is causing all this uproar today about QB? Has she said something? I know she thinks he's dumb and he can't read. That has come out this week. But as he catch me up, Bondi. I heard him over there hollering and screaming. Everybody's hollering and screaming. I'm not hollering and screaming today. I'm trying to take in the information, but each one of these videos, 2 or 3 hours. I don't have 9 hours to sit and watch these motherfuckers holler and scream at each other, child. So if you can sum it up, what this spy monster has done to anger or to have people expecting him to come back at her, please let me know. Oh, I got to get back and get some of these comments. All right. Okay. Positive. Almond Brown, feel free to put your Cash App in here if you want to. You can put it in the chat. It's fine with me. Mm-hmm. Closet baby. Mm-hmm. They canceled my flight. Okay. So I guess she's in. Okay. The flight that was headed to Dallas. Well, whatever the connecting flight is, she's on her way to Vegas now. Okay. I'm at the casino. That casino is a draw, baby. And watch out for them slot machines too. They got them in the bathroom, girl. They ain't gonna let your ass get out there. And people say, well, it's just change. It's just no. When you start buying them $40, $50, and $60 at a time, girl, and you're sitting at that damn thing for 9 hours, then you have a different. Oh, what happened to the money? But it's a treat. It's something that's fun. You might as well enjoy yourself. You might hit big. My sister and them, they went to Vegas when I was living in LA, but I think they were only like 20 years old, her and her husband. They're still together. It's been over 40 years now. But first time they went to Vegas, I think it was either the honeymoon or slightly after that. They won $5,000 in the first half hour, right? And they had been chasing that 5,000 for 40 years. It's so exciting, you know. They go. I guess they go to casinos and all that good stuff now. But I think they're still chasing that money. You when you get a win, it's so exciting, right? Like people win the lottery, they might win a few. That's it keeps them hooked, honey. All them billions they give away in the lottery, all that money comes from somewhere, right? Anyway. I used to live on what was it? The street, Stanion? No. I worked at the Golden Horse car wash. I was 19. Mm-hmm. I like seeing you, Ruby. I can't say your name. Blazing last name. But I rub my breast because that's what she does. She be on there just rubbing her titties. I said, girl, you like women. You like swimming in the lady pond. And you like playing with people's emotions, right? That's what all the outfits are all about. You notice the people who are sending her things are sending her skimpy type thing. Ooh, I'm going to see you in it. They're sending her skimpy type clothing, right? They ain't sending her no cover up, honey. Baby, let it all hang out. So whoever, she's cultivated this group over there. They want to see her in this particular thing, right? She ain't got no shame at all. So from what I can tell, the last 2 years, all we've seen is clothing other people have bought her. She started off with a pitiful attempt at dressing herself. It was awful, girl. I mean, they're still showing the pictures of what she looks like without makeup. It just looks so horrible. So we can say, well, girl, you look a lot better than you were. But now I think, Fine Monster, you're just going overboard. You're wearing too much makeup, girl. You don't need your lashes to be where you can't see, honey. The last time I saw a girl, she had the lashes, one eye was closed, girl, with eyelash. She had to excuse herself. Excuse me, let me go. Ooh, I can't see. Ooh. If you're selling eyelashes and you have an eyelash company, girl, don't come on here and disrepair like that, Mr. Fine Monster. That's not saying a whole lot about your product. Am I invisible? Am I invisible or something? Do I have to be a troll? Well, you feel neglected, Bondi? Oh. Have I been wait a minute, Bondi, what's going on? Let me go see. Bondi is feeling neglected. Bondi, what you're going to discover over here is that your uncle is an old man and he ain't the greatest. Let me make it bigger. He's not the greatest at following the chat. I have been accused. Hold on. Okay. Is it good? You make it better. It makes it a little easier. Okay. I asked you a question, though. Did you answer it? Happy New Year. Okay, I got you. Hi, Elaine. Teresa Hopkins. Let's see. I'm in Atlanta now, about to head to Los Angeles. Damn. What kind of trip is that, girl? You on the world tour? You're in Atlanta. You came from, I don't know where you came, what city you started from, but you had to connect in Atlanta. Now about to head to Los Angeles and then Vegas. So you have to go past Vegas because Los Angeles is at the end of the United States, right? That's where the ocean is. And then you have to double back to Vegas. Although that's a very short trip. I think it's only like 40-something minutes from LA to Vegas. You had to purchase a whole new flight out. I was not going to miss this trip. Okay. Well, maybe they give you a refund because it didn't sound like it's your fault. You didn't change the weather. We are pushing back now. She's loading. Okay. Fi crotch will sleep with anybody or anything that is breath. Okay. So she's an anything type girl. Fi crotch. Lord have mercy. Well, thankfully, she spares us looking at her crotch. That's Auntie Hammy's thing. Auntie Hammy likes to show her lady part. She angles the camera into her crotch. Fine Monster has an obsession with her titties. So I don't know if she got them titties fixed because remember in the beginning, one of the main jokes about her was, are your titties hanging low? Or are they dragging on the floor? Did you catch them titties in your back screen door? And then she started getting up. Somebody told her how to get a bra. Spend a little, people get a little money. They can do a little better, right? They said, girl, it don't cost that much. Go and get yourself a good bra. And she been flashing titty ever since. Now, I don't know about this. I'm just now with all of these tattoos. That tattoo is cheap. She had probably some man's name on there. She wants to cover it up. But you don't go down, girl, and just let anybody come on there drilling holes in your body, honey. That's going to be on your body for the rest of your life. You should have got the colors right. Something that will stand out on a dark-skinned woman. And there are beautiful tattoos that are done, right? But it all comes down to a coin. But she's obsessed with those tits. I think they hung down for so long. They was lonely for so long. Her belly button was holding on. Closeted types of any kind of demographic do not do the work. Help advance progress in the LGBTQA. What meant closeted types? No, closeted types of any demographic do not do the work. Okay. If they're closeted, no, they're not going to have any association with LGBTQ. I'm saying that out lesbians have been very active. They helped a lot when we're in the AIDS crisis because these are the people who were taking care of their friends, right? These are a lot of the times the people who are standing up for their friends and speaking for their friends, right? A lot of people who are made it into the front for. My pastor is a very popular woman in the LGBTQ movement, right? There are a lot of women, not just Ellen DeGeneres and what's the girl on MSNBC? A lot of sportscasters, a lot of people. I think women are more stable. They're more serious, in my opinion. They just seem to be out front a lot when it comes to LGBT rights. They helped a lot when we had gay marriage. You saw them out front. That's what I was saying. Not the Fine Monster ain't gonna do shit for no gays, girl. And then she has the nerve to have resentment against the gays. Wait a minute. She has resentment against the gays. So when she gets hot and mad, she starts with the F word and everything else, right? And then QB sits up under all that. I guess he just ignores it. So I don't know if that would make her a homophobe because that part of her goes there. And then, although gay people go there too. I mean, when you see the gays arguing, they get pretty nasty. And we're saying all the names that we don't want people to say. That's what we say. So it could just be as simple as that, honey. I don't know. Maybe she's just one of us. I guess neither one of us. What's the matter, boy? Problem over there? What's going on? It must be warm today. I'm kind of warm. Good evening. Okay. I finally got you live. Oh, Soul Sister, you caught me live. Hi, Soul Sister. Soul Sister goes. He met by my line down in old New Orleans, strutting herself by the sea. She said, hey, hello, Joe. You want to give it a go? Get ya, ay, gaga. Get ya, ayagi. Mono soko laka, ya. Fire Monster leaks. Ooh. Well, I don't want to see her leaking. She sold it one time. She was putting her booty all up in the camera. I was the girl that stains in your drawers. Didn't you even look at the camera and see? You were looking all back, putting the booty up. I don't know what kind of surgery that girl got. When she left here for a few days, talking about she just got a back tooth removed, whatever. And she come back, now she's voluptuous. She's getting more voluptuous by the day. If you people on Babe Nation want to buy her something, girl, buy her something that fits. How about that? Why she gotta have all this clingy stuff? She just covering the titty. Just cover, girl. Can't you just tie it up and be done with it? Oh, it fell out. That woman there, honey. Sometimes she try to get her booty in the camera, right? She be up and she be pushing it up and trying to look down in the camera. Bye, Monster. You might have to get you a camera woman, honey. Mm-hmm. Any gender would have relation with her. I can't imagine any gender would have relations with her. I would need, at least you need you to acknowledge me, honey. She's over there denying that. She's denying the Leo 3 times. She's denying her 3 times before the crow. You denied her. You done gave her hundreds of dollars of these people's money, honey. As soon as they send it to you, you send it to some woman. That would imply that you actually had feelings for this woman. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Trying to forget my feelings of love. They done fell all the way out now, honey. They over there cussing each other out. Mm-hmm. I don't know why both of them feel like ain't nobody gonna say what really happened in Atlanta or in Florida. Mm-hmm. So, Bundy, did you say what went on with QB? What the big controversy is? Let me see. Let's see. Tim, did you see Nick and Lead? Nick and Lead? Nick at Night Lead live? Who is that? The Nick and what's she talking about? Lead was so petty. Who is Lead? No, I don't think I know her. I saw a person called Leak U, where she exposed her numbers. I talked about it earlier today. The Fine Monster has been presenting that she has 35,000 people following her. She says this over and over again. And the truth is, just like they caught her before, she barely got 9,000, right? Yeah. She got like almost 10,000. But the numbers could fluctuate. She could have less than that now or a little more than that. But her number is right around 10,000. And that's basically what I guessed it to be based on how many people are watching her. Lead. I don't know who Lead is. I'll look and see. I know Nick at Night. Oh, Nick at Night and Lead. Or they have an interview or something? I see. I just subscribed to. Oh, you subscribe? Yeah, subscribe to Almond Brown. She reading that. What book she reading now? She reading. Not only did she finish the audio book for her and myself, she's also reading Muse, which is another book I wrote. I think it was the 3rd in the series of Love and Gospel Music. She reads that on Mondays. Probably not this Monday because she's probably out of town. QB is not her friend. He's her competition on YouTube. The sooner he realizes that, the better. Well, it seems like it's going to fall apart. It's going to have to. Because she wants the drama, see? So if that's where the drama is, she's going to go for it. You simply call her a hypocrite? Yeah, she's that too. They live through her. They have no life. They live through her. They have no life. Mm-hmm. There might be a lot of housewives, honey. You know, they have suppressed life themselves, and so they just connect with her or they relate to her because she's always sex playing them, right? She's always flirting with the women, even though they don't like to use the word lesbian over there. But she's always look at my new comforter that came today. Ain't that pretty? I got to get the right pillow stuff. That comes, I think, tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It's gorgeous. I change stuff like that, every once in a while. Shake it up, baby. You've been in the house for 2 years. Shake it up, honey. That woman never said she was a hookah. Okay, she didn't say that? I thought she said she did say it just yesterday. Uh-huh. Well, I was a hookah. They call them hustlers in my world, but I was a hookah. But ain't nobody a hookah when they in their 40s and 50s. Somebody want your ass. People have passed. Unfortunately, they can't talk seriously like adults about past. I just have always had that. I don't mind talking about stuff, but a lot of people have a past, honey. Without any test, you have no testimony. And it wasn't always a test. A lot of times you were younger, you were wild. You had a good time. You soared your wild oats. Mm-hmm. Church of Diet. Hi, Church of Diet. Melanin. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think they're going to be over here at Club Chat because she don't let them go nowhere. I don't see no little round globes. She want to track them. The Five Monster takes ownership of her subscribers, girl. It's bad enough. Let me see. Do I have any stuff on me? Maybe. I need to do my lips. They're dry as hell. Mm-hmm. You take a whole lot of, I got to take all these medications. Mainly is the trazodone to go to sleep. It dries you out. I want to be pretty and gorgeous for y'all. Okay. Like Five Baby. Five Monster, I know you're a booger bear, right? You and me both know it, girl. So I guess you're just celebrating. And then you had surgery too to remove your body parts. That's why you're always trying to jump it up in the camera, girl. So we will say you look a whole lot better than you did. And that place where you live, at least it has a little color in there, girl. Because you lived for 20 years in that place and you ain't had nothing but an old sectional in the middle of the living room, and that was it. They can't take my success. My success. Oh, winning. What is this? The congestion to their present relationship is centered on QB's spinelessness. Okay, it will last all until he develops a backbone. He ain't gonna develop no backbone until he catches her. Somebody's gonna post something she has said because she's loose with her lips and she talks too quick, and then she's always trying to be funny and all that kind of stuff. She will say something that will, and apparently something was said. Oh, thank you, Danya. Unseelie, thank you for Cash App. I appreciate you. Just a little something to say thanks for being. Oh, thank you. I gotta pay for this comforter. Let me see. Booger Bear. She was a Booger Bear. Y'all seen these pictures? Kelly Love is always showing the pictures of her. They caught her when she first came onto YouTube, right? She didn't know how to put on makeup. Her skin was horrible, honey. All these holes. I don't know if she got hit by the shotgun or something, but they was spots and shit all over her titties, all over her face. So somebody showed her how to put on makeup. Somebody showed her how to buy earrings and things. And they fixed her up. She fell out with them. Now, Fire Monster, you can't fall out with everybody, baby. You're going to need to have some allies, right? Now, QB, even though we're kind of talking about him this week, he really ain't that big. I mean, it ain't nobody care about what QB says. Only the young people to go over there, honey. Right? But you ain't got nobody else. You just trying to hold on to your woman. He's a woman. If any of y'all know, I would love to know what she's done now with the QB Monster. They've been talking about it all day. And I have not been able to go to the spot, honey. Still is horrible and ugly. And Lord have mercy. And when she go digging in that face by herself, I think somebody else is probably doing her makeup. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on." Maybe somebody in the building. They come over and they just put some rouge on her or something. Because when she tried to do it herself, it ain't working, baby. It ain't working. Blue all over the place. Damn eyelashes. Girl, how you gonna not see the goddamn eyelashes falling your? Can't you see? Can you see? That might be a hint, a clue. Is Squeenie twerking the cam? I don't know, Squeenie. What are you doing, Squeenie? What you doing, boy? They want to see your pretty face. Can you see your pretty face? What you doing? What are you doing? You like that? What are you doing like that? I tried to get the Ding Dong Dini. I tried to get his little face sign up for a haircut. He can go another month probably. But then people told me it was 3 months to get a damn haircut for a dog. The place where I usually go to get him groomed and all that. So they're all doing well apparently. But I got to go out and find someplace I ain't got to wait 3 months. Someone said on here that the best thing to do is when he gets cut, make the next appointment right then. Right? So that way it'll fall in place. So that was my fault, my error. I should have done that. She had eye boogers in her eyelashes, girl. She's a grown woman. That's a woman in her 40s. Yeah, I don't think you need all that, girl. You're doing too much, Miss 5 months, girl. Then you got that light shining on your eyes like you're Elvira or some goddamn body. Come into the camera. Did she take that ridiculous wig off that go slightly up, but then it falls out? Ooh, did somebody say box head hoe? Anyway. A box head hoe is bad. Mm-hmm. Oh, you like my new comforter, Kanita? It came on right before I came on here. I paid a penny for it too. But when you have a dog, you know, some services, they'll scratch up some of them and pull it out. We have all the wire stuff. This seems to be like it won't do that. So it kind of reminds me of these old robes. Remember in the old days, they had these old robes men would wear, like a smoking jacket kind of thing. Looks like that. That's what I'll go for. You know, I don't change my accessories and stuff like that, but fabric stuff, you gotta change it every once in a while. Or you'd be bored to tears. Now it'd be nice if somebody was in here seeing my bedroom. That ain't happened in a while. Comforter is gorgeous. I got it from Wayfair. Wayfair. I like them. I get a lot of shit from them. They're fast too. I just ordered it. Did I order it yesterday? I think I just ordered it yesterday. 2 days, no more than 2 days ago. What else is going on? Is she still over there hollering and screaming? Let me see. You gotta be careful with these time. They try to get your flag and everything else. Oh, it's over. Oh, okay. We'll catch the replay. She, Miss 5 months, y'all go over there. I know some of y'all watch her. Y'all need to tell her that this idea she has where you can't go back on the video, that's a dumbass idea. She stole it from somebody else. But that is a dumbass idea. Tommy Sotomayor does that shit. So you got to sit there and watch her from beginning to end because you can't go back. That is so dumb. Why would somebody want to come into a video and they can't know what the fuck you're talking about, girl? And they got to be there at the very, all this control stuff, child. People should be fluid. They should be able to come in whenever the hell they want to come in. Catch the replay whenever they want to do it, honey. She has it where you cannot go back on the video, right? So if you don't catch her when she's live, you have to wait. And she go on for 2 or 3 hours. You have to wait until it's in the replay, and then you can find where you want to be at. It's dumb, stupid. It's just a dumb idea. But she loves that thing about control. She gonna get them to all show up at the same when you get your notification, you're gonna have to show up at just that time, and I'm gonna hold your attention, and then you can't go nowhere. Always, Mama says, do you have a relationship with pimps? It could be you were in the slums at the Cabrini Greens. You might have encountered some people who are into all this control stuff, Chad. I don't know what your history is. You're not honest enough to actually tell what your history was. We know that there have been dope dealers in your background, but we had to wonder who else was back there. Surely she wasn't living her whole life as a crossing guard. You go to Z Gallery. Z Gallery is more modern, right? Modern, and they have good. I mean, it's beautiful. I like the modern look. It's just not what I'm doing here, but they have high quality stuff. I haven't been to Home Goods, but since COVID came, I've basically been in the house. So I'm doing online shopping, which is something I never did. I like to see and touch stuff, right? But now I got used to it. So these retailers are going to really suffer behind people buying everything online. It was already happening long before COVID hit. I mean, Amazon was already dominating the market. But now, since people have gotten used to it, used to buying stuff online, that's going to really hurt retail. I was on Haight Street yesterday. If you walk up 2 blocks from my house, I'm in the Castro, the Boat Triangle. If you walk 2 blocks up, you're on Haight Street. Y'all heard of Haight-Ashbury? It used to be all hippies and all that stuff. It was a big hippie movement in the 60s. Well, now, damn near every shop is, I would say, at least 50% of the shops on there are empty. They got everything boarded up. You know, retail has really suffered. And people have gotten used to that. A lot of these businesses are going to suffer because people have gotten used to working from home as well. Yes, people were already doing it. I don't know what the percentage was, but now they're really doing it. And there's been an exodus in San Francisco of some of these tech people because they can live better in other states and just work from home. It was a way to get out going. You think it was a way to get out of going to court with Rita? Okay. Bonnie, I get the impression that you don't like Miss Fine Monster very much, girl. That's what QB got to realize, honey. Listen, he think he's going to lose subscribers and all that shit because he separates from Fine Monster, right? But the opposite is true. She has made so many enemies on here that people will come and watch you, QB. If you come hard enough at her, they'll watch you for the entertainment of watching you go off on her. And you have all this wealth of information, you might as well use it to your benefit because you know eventually she's going to turn on you, girl. Right? So you might as well hit her before she hits you. Anyway, that's what I think. That's a very sad rumor to pass on. What was the rumor? That girl had been in that life in her past? Five Babe said that CBS was called on her and QB because he was a Q. Oh, okay. Thank you, Bondi. Okay, let me read that. Now you finally caught up. Thank you. Five Babe said that CPS was called on her and QB because he was accused of messing with her kid. Okay, so you believe that this story was a made-up story, so she wouldn't have to go to court, and she had an excuse not to go to court? Is that what you're saying, Bondi? So, has it been confirmed that somebody actually made the call? Or they actually came and talked to him? I don't know that would mean that he couldn't catch a plane, though. Unless they put him under arrest. I mean, how long does an interview last? Okay. And the demon discussed it on Zoom. Okay. So she was playing along with this story. So there's no confirmation that it actually happened, or if it did happen, was it a troll? I very seriously doubt that boy because QB is a homosexual, honey. That's why. See, Fine Monster did it to herself. She's always on here talking about people want to molest her child. Everything is about her child, your child. She makes child the part of the show, right? And then when they say something, she accuses them. She don't care who they are. She accusing them of being child molesters, right? They're all Chesters and all that kind of shit, right? QB is a homosexual. I don't know what interest he would have in any woman, and he's very gay. Any woman, let alone a little girl. It doesn't make any sense, right? But some people apparently believe that was all just to get out of that court date. Now, she is freaking out about this court date, but we're talking about a misdemeanor here, right? I don't know what the big deal is. Do they even put you a misdemeanor? I mean, you're not going to get, it's not a felony. So a misdemeanor, you can get 30 days in jail. 30, 60, I don't think more than 90 days in jail. Now, that might not be much to a lot of people, but if you have a child, that could be really, really bad. Plus, you would have this record. We don't know if she has a record or not. People out there in the street, they're not giving their real names and stuff, child. There's all kind of ways to hide who you are. That bay priced everyone out. Retail homes. Danya. Yeah. They priced them out. I mean, they got a whole shopping center downtown that's not even occupied. They don't have enough people to occupy it to open. And then all of them down Market Street, they were in a building boom. So there's all kind of retail spaces available, right? In my building downstairs, when I moved here, there was a coffee shop, right? And even after the big renovation, they have not been able to rent that again. And it's been 10 years. So the coffee shop just sits there boarded up. And that's the situation. All of them down to Haight Street for sure, if you know the Bay Area. Right. And now they're having laws where you have to pay a tax if your building is vacant. Because a lot of people are just buying these properties up and leaving them vacant. They don't want somebody in there. They don't want to have to pay because if you are in a property and they want to do something with the property, they want to sell it, whatever they want to do, they have to pay you to move. And not just a lot of times, not just to move in. If you've been there a long time, they really got to pay. So they don't want the hassle of dealing with a tenant, rich people I'm talking about. They just buy these properties up and leave them vacant. I forget what the percentage is, but there's a high percentage of the high rises in San Francisco, and we have a lot of them, are primarily like 30% empty. Some of them are half empty, half the building empty, and they have been sold. They've been sold to investors. So since we have this big housing crisis here, it makes no sense to have all these properties sitting empty, but they're using it like it's an investment, right? They'll hold on to it for a while and then they'll sell it. And nobody's ruined it. They ain't got to go change no floors, change no nothing. It's still new. It's a sad situation, but I don't know. Retail's going to have a hard time anyway. Retail business, there's a whole lot of them empty, but usually after this thing would be over, it would bounce back, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to. They got to find a new way to do business. Maybe they can have a co-ops. And they have those on Haight Street too. They've rented the buildings because the city don't want them to leave them empty for a certain amount of time. They've rented to these buildings to these people who make T-shirts or they make jewelry, and it'll be like 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and they get together and then they occupy the space at a much reduced rent, just to say that it is occupied. Ooh, they sent her a voodoo doll. What happened? Girl, they done sent the Fine Monster a voodoo doll. They said, bitch, I put a spell on you. That was certainly shake her ass up, girl. Lord, they're playing in the spirits now. She says she's a prophetess. I don't know her. I ain't seen no prophetess yet. No one wants to go out and work. That's what probably Bonafide said. Her and Jay Wilson. Go to work. Go work. Go ahead, coal mine. Get your ass out there, child. If they lower the rent, I'm coming out there to live. Oh, you are? Yeah, the rent is low now, Soul Sister. I mean, it's the lowest it's been in years. They're competing with each other. And when I walk take the dog out. There are I see a lot of just empty apartments, right? People were paying a whole lot of money for them, and now it's harder to rent. This building next door to me, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous building. It's I've seen empty windows in the thing for over a year. A prophetess. She wants profits. This is not a game, she says. She said, "Oh no, it ain't no game, honey. I'm working the lesbians." Maybe they can go online and then they can go and play these little games they like to play. These mind games where no one admits to their attraction, but yet they are attracted and they're buying each other gifts. Anytime somebody's buying you underwear, honey, give them a side eye. Why you all up under my clothes? But she proud of it. She could come on and show it all. Maybe she just showing the bra. That's why she keep letting her overgarment slip off. She's showing the new bra. Maybe that's how she keeps them coming, honey. Keeps them buying. But they're saying now, apparently, one thing has come out of this. Because she got so mad at me because I said she was buying her own gifts, right, to prime the pump. But she's just saying that, she was, according to Leo, she was buying them gifts, right? They were just even residual. Like I said earlier today, probably she was regifting some of that stuff because, who the hell wants all that stuff? You get gifts, opening boxes every single day. Some of that stuff, I'd imagine, went back in boxes and sent to somebody else. Don't tell nobody. Prophetess? Where is the discernment? My discernment tells me, oh, hell no. Is that the same woman that called Wally Church child to try to cause conflict in his family? I had to tell him he's a drag queen and all this shit, girl. Had the old man on there damn near in tears. An old 80-year-old preacher child. She called and she want to argue with him. Is that the same woman that called Rick Reed's mama and called that woman a B word right in front, right online, honey? For absolutely no reason. This is the prophetess. She has conversation. I ain't even talking about that evil shit she did to me. And the evil shit she did to Tracy. That's what I'm saying. We're playing with her and giving her all these views and all these videos and stuff, right? At some point, she gonna do something nasty and evil. That's what she calls throwing people off of her, right? But you're the one that invited them on you, right? You had dead space. You went after that woman, threw up under the bus. It got out of hand. Maybe initially you said, well, girl, I'm going to start a little something with you because we already know that you do that kind of thing. And it got out of hand. Now you done made a new enemy out of another best friend. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. There's another one gone. Another one gone. Another one bites the dust. Hey, another one bites the dust. It's tax season. People getting refunds. Scammers are everywhere. Be careful, people. Don't you send that woman your check. She's an ungrateful woman. And when she run out of victims, she going to throw your ass up under that bus too. Under that bus is going to be crowded, baby. Everybody she gets close to, all of them end up under there. So I don't know why QB thinks he's going to be any better, child. That's too juicy to pass up. Right? Now, more than likely, he's already started taking his notes. Oh, I remember when this happened. I remember when this happened, right? Just so he has the ammunition, because we already know Fire Monster does that. We saw her with that Jay Wilson creature. How she went and filmed. She knew it was going to be trouble for him when she filmed him showing Tracy's place, right? She saved that. She held on to it until the time when she wanted to fall out with him, and then she exposed that, right? So she's not above those kind of games. And I would imagine that Sean Bradley is not far behind her. He's got to have footage, honey. I don't know what him and Ty's relationship is right now. It seems to still be friendly. I don't know if they want to go through, footage, trying to find this stuff, or he has the information on his phone. But believe me, he has things to crucify her with. So it could get ugly. But nobody's going to be as good as QB, though, because he been all up in her ass now for 2 years. She done flowed him. And apparently, initially, Ty invited them to come with her the first time to Atlanta. And she said no, she didn't want to share the spotlight, right? And then when she realized how weak her content was in the Orlando, she decided to bring her entourage with her, which convinced her that she was now a star. Star of the show. What do you do, prophetess? I think it would be a good thing. I was just thinking today, if they're not going to use the beautiful beam footage, maybe Ty could sell it to somebody to recut it and make it a web series. I think they have enough because they had a lot of film. They have enough because the standard of the standard quality is different on web series, right? But if the right person got a hold to it, they could use that footage and turn it into something. I think the girl Billie Jean, she's not my love. That's just a girl who thinks that I am the one. Slow dancing on the floor and around, baby. But we just had us some fun. But the kid, how did Michael Jackson get away with denying his child in music and having a #1 hit? One of the biggest hits in the world history. The kid is not my son. Go to take that DNA test then, child. Anyway, he could hook up with Billie Jean or somebody like that, a professor. I mean, other people, the more popular they are or the more work they have, then the more money they're going to demand. There are ways to do things where you can use talents that haven't been discovered, that are not famous, but they want a project, right? And just make a web series out of it if they can't sell it as a television series. I've always been doubtful about that, right? And we don't know what kind of, it might have been profitable for them just to do what they did. We don't know. I don't think it really matters, really. But I said, why let the footage go to waste? There's all kind of creative people out there in the world, honey. People that can make something out of it. Yes, please. Would you please hit the like button? Thank you. What happened? Y'all gave up on Clyde Diva? She was running the airways for a while. Y'all got tired of her? That's what the Fire Monster trying to be the new Clyde Diva. She wants to be over here and be a that child. Them cash apps went to that thing's head, child. What queen got to keep telling everybody they're a queen? Girl, if you're a queen, be it, honey. Don't dream it. Be it. We'll tell you who if you're a queen. Billie Jean or Sean Davy Way. I haven't heard of Sean Davy Way, but I know Billie Jean. Unlike the last series she did, because it had gotten so difficult now because everybody complaining. Oh, you use my 5 months on one of them. You use my image. They want to flag everybody because they use the clips, right? Although many people on here use people's clips every day, including celebrities. Everybody uses everybody's clip. But some of these people over here, including Fire Monster, would not let that woman do her thing, right? But initially, when she came out, she was just taking people's clips and showing the arguments so that they made some sense. This is why we need a reunion. Right. I would think they would need something like that. So it's something to think about. I have heard come out of his mouth that he had approached her about something. Bradley had. Mental illness is real. You better believe it over here, honey. I watched her a few times, but it wasn't anything that was interesting. You watched her a few times? Well, we have to assume her is Billie Jean stuff. Yeah, she had to tone it down when she did her second round because they bitched and complained, moaned, and murmured so much. All right, people, we done sit up here and rabbity-dabbity-babbity. She done got 9 people making videos about her ass. But we all know that lasts a couple of days. We'll move on to the next story, honey. Let her have her 15 minutes, girl. Now her head gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. What's she gonna wear tonight? See y'all later. Later, people.